Hello internet, hello Yumi community, this is Tharrock coming right at you with my very first video ever and probably the last one. No, maybe not, maybe not. But really this is just a video answer to Pickles because he made this video and he uploaded it and everything, so big thank you to you. Great guy, and whoever makes the effort to kind of record himself fighting me, he deserves to hear my crap. If he wants or not, really, I don't care if he wants or not, he just gets it, because big shout out, thank you so much for uploading. Um, yeah, I don't actually have face cam, so here, take this picture of me wielding my stupid ass rhino hammer. That's me, don't judge me, honestly, do judge me, because this is way too stupid. Go ahead, judge me, it's fine. Um, yeah, a little bit of rambling before the video actually starts. I try to not interrupt it. I really like talking, so I maybe will at some point interrupt it, but here's hoping I won't. Let's talk about how I felt about going into this matchup. Obviously, this man is BBB main. Look at his picture. I mean, that's obvious right there. You know, I expected BBB to be the leading man. I also expected him at some point to show his rook to me, because if I was gonna win at the matchup versus BBB, then I assumed that Grave might force a rook pick, because it's kind of a decent matchup, but it's not like it's a matchup that he's very familiar with, most likely because Grave is a well represented character in the community and he gets a lot of experience against Graves on ladder, and he really plays rook a lot on ladder, so I expected maybe he switches into that. So I kind of assumed at some point to fight rook, so I picked Grave because he's solid against rook, and mainly because he is really strong against BBB. Yeah, overall I think it's a good pick versus what I expected Pickles to bring. Yeah, there's not much more to it. I didn't force out my Persephone because she's really afraid of the robot, and if he led the robot, which I assumed he did, I would have lost the first game with Persephone most likely, because on top of not being the greatest matchup, I also don't have a lot of experience with my Persephone against BBBs. So yeah, sadness, and I didn't want sadness. I wanted to win the game, so here I am picking Grave, which is my former main from Season 1 when I used to play exclusively physical against friends of mine, so it's not that big a deal, but hey. I'm trying to load right here. Yeah. I'm going to show you my side only and not switch around between the both sides, because I'm gonna take long enough anyways. Okay, play button. Yeah, I'm going in blocking because I kind of want him to play his king throws. Because they're way scarier in the endgame when I actually want to play my low normals and combo into T-Pos. T-Pos is the game plan right here, because Rook is a 100 health character. Oh, obviously, money for nothing. That's a reference that I got to make because I'm thinking that Money for Nothing is the perfect soundtrack for Grave. If you didn't know, he's a character that can reveal cards upon successful normal attack blocks, or any attack blocks, and if he does that, he will get cards if he reveals the card that he revealed, if that makes any sense to you. Like, read this and you'll know it. If you don't already know because you're in the Yumi community and watching this video, most likely you do know. Never mind. Going ahead, I don't actually play that 5 because I'm very aware that he knows that I want cards as Grave, so I'm not revealing that, but he's smart enough to just block. He's not overcommitting on the read that I want to block here and throwing me. Yeah, just overall blocking is safe for him, but then again attacking is kind of safe for me, really. AA is the thing that can really hurt me, or Thunderclap, that can hurt too. Yeah, I'm taking beacon right here. It's mostly because I don't expect rooks to be this attacky, you know? I kind of expect them to either throw or block in the early game. Either stop me from building or build yourself, because Rook's game plan is gonna involve cards, I think. And if you don't kind of play around the difference in cards, you're not gonna win the game. That's how I understand Rook. And so I'm choosing to respect his throws for the moment and build towards my own T-Pos, because my T-Pos is my win condition. This matchup, dealing 100 damage is really, really tough for any character in this game to do. Well, at least for Grave to do when he doesn't have True Spark Ace or True Power of Storms. So I'm gonna get True Power of Storms. Yep, getting thrown right here with the king, and that sucks. I kind of played around that king forever, but then I'm getting thrown with it anyways. That's life for you, but hey, we got T-Pos in hand, so it's probably fine. I got 3 counters. I got 1 actual possible counter because I only have 1 face card in hand, but it's fine. Here, this block is probably to sniff out a raw T-Pos attempt. Well, no, then he would have played to 5. Never mind, he probably wants to get me to play very, very scared right here. And he also threatens his own AA move by powering up. So, yeah, I'm really kind of having a lot of respect right here. Because I don't want to commit with True Power of Storms or True Spark Ace right here, because True Power of Storms loses to his regular AA, and True Power of Storms loses to that quite horribly. So I'm just blocking, because I'm not that afraid of his throws. Yeah, finally getting a Jack. It's the best card in this matchup, and losing it right away. This is a combat loss for me, by the way. If I wasn't that behind in life, I would be really upset right now, but in this position, I'm kind of glad I dealt 8 damage, but I really want that Jack back. Anyways, gotta say Hadouken, however. Always say Hadouken if you do that. Actually don't, because if you spam it, it's annoying, but sometimes spam Hadouken. Yeah, I'm really not sure what this Jack was for. He's probably scared of my combo into T-Pos. I see no other reason to just reveal a Jack right here, because he has no combo to follow it up with. I'm continuously trying to combo into T-Pos, because it's just so safe. It's so safe. Your opponent can do very little to benefit from you trying to do it, other than just building a hand. But then again, he already has quite a large hand. 9 cards is alright. But here I'm sniffing out his AA, which is really good for me. Blocking his AA takes a lot of pressure off of me, because he was building towards what could possibly be a checkmate buster, and that would have made the matchup really tense and really scary for me, so I'm really glad 2 aces on this card. Yeah. Do you think to run another throw into his king throw? Matchup gets really tense for me right now, because he's starting to get in range of rock armor being really scary, because rock armor can deal 24 damage to you, and that's really not great, especially if you don't have a Joker in hand, which I don't. But then again, he might think I got one. Looking into his hand, I find that he has a Joker, and I find that he has really not much else. So I'm just attacking right here, trying to combo into T-Pos. I actually considered to just play it, but then he didn't even reveal his Joker. So that's obviously a misplay, and I'm not feeling good about taking this, but I really need it right here, so yeah, taking it anyways. Yeah, sorry, I'll take it. It's honest mistake, but then again, you can't expect me not to punch this. Lol, misclick, so sorry. Oh, what the fuck? Hey guys, what's the score? Oh man, I didn't even pay that much attention to the chat when the games were played, but having watched replays several times, it was actually hilarious. Thank you so much, Yomo community. I love you. Yeah, combing into Tatsu here. It's not actually a thing you want to do in Street Fighter. Well, at least not end your combos with Tatsu. That's never a good idea. But in this game, it's fine, especially if you really need to deal damage. It's absolutely fine. Hello? Did my internet just give up on live? No, it didn't. Okay. Playing this combo here, dealing a little bit of damage. It's really important to just get the opponent low so that your Dragon Heart is that much more scary. Your Shoryuken move. I kind of want another face card, and I immediately get one. This is the cue for me to... I'm gonna have to pause this, alright? I saw his hand, alright? I saw that he had a Joker in hand. And I'm thinking to myself, he doesn't have aces right now. At least he doesn't have 4 aces right now. I know that because 2 are in the discard. And I'm like, what ways does he have to win this game? Kind of all of them involve him playing the aces. Playing either Wall of Wines or Checkmate Buster to win the game. Except if he has a lot of rock armor opportunities, but with 8 cards in hand he maybe has 1, but he doesn't necessarily have 2. So I'm thinking, well, let's just block until either he gets 3 cards or he plays his Joker. I've kind of given him a little bit of a window right here to build because I'm blocking, but I really don't want to give him aces, which is why I'm playing around this raw Joker. Which I think is a good option for him, because I'm very likely to just spam my Dragon Hearts, which I was close to doing, but I was luckily thinking, hey, there's Joker, probably should not activate it. Yeah, play it. And got it. Now that's obviously really good for me. I need a Joker of my own, and I'm gonna feel really safe about this matchup. That's being a dick past Tharrock. Don't do that. Don't say nope. Anyways, building towards just ending the game with the 2 Dragon Hearts right here. I'm obviously just looking into his hand continuously because I have the option. It's really good for me to pick up both a face card that I won't need and a Joker, because this is pretty much it. Like, the game is pretty much over right here. I can just spam faces and kind of counter his special blocks and then be done with the match. He really needs to take risks to win this game. And he chooses to just AAE, which is strangely enough a rather safe play right here, because it's not losing to that much. It's like I already revealed some queen in this game, like 1 or 2, one other, so it's not given that I have the other queen. It's probably given. I don't know. It's not that safe a play, but still. Yeah, this is just over. This is just, if you have that much over card advantage at this point in the game, you're probably gonna win the game. Yeah, GG. Game 1 goes to me. Well played. Lol, flowchart. Indeed, flowchart. Very flowcharty game towards the end. Game number 2. Pickles vs Tharrock, IYL. I didn't mention this is from IYL. Did I? I don't know. This is from IYL, in case I didn't mention. Here's my stupid face, one more time, to just bridge the time of my internet loading. Yeah, there we go. Play. And this time around, I actually have a jack in hand, so I'm gonna play it. I'm kind of glad I didn't play it the first game, because if I would have played it the first game, he might have seen it coming more than he did here. But then again, running it into a throw is never a good feeling, even if it's a king throw by a rook, because the other faces can beat king throw too. But this could have beaten blocks, and blocks are much scarier than just eating 50. Yeah, I'm really sad that I lost 2 jacks to 2 throws. I'm kind of glad it was at least 1 king throw amongst them, and the other was also a high value throw, so I'm not that bummed, but losing 2 jacks is rough in the early game. And I didn't even gain much of a life lead because rook has that much HP. I don't know why I know why I threw up the 7, because I didn't have any other throws. The 10 is more valuable, maybe, than the 7, because it can counter the king, and then you can just spam your no normals and force rook in a really awkward position where he's not necessarily happy with playing fours. And fours are really good by rook, because most of the characters want to play high normals against him because of the king, but you can make the king a non-issue by having a 10 in hand and a face card to back it up. Drawing the 3rd jack, this is really getting ridiculous. I'm obviously like playing it right away, throw these things on the table and I'm running it into another king. I was furious at this point. Why? How is this even possible? But at least I ran them into 3 high value throws and not into 3, I don't know, 6 throws or whatever. Well, 6s are probably better than 2s in this matchup, but whatever. I didn't run them into anything all that valuable. No, the other way around. I didn't run them into anything that wasn't valuable, so it was alright. And I do have the life lead, which is important, but not that important in this matchup. Yeah, this is feeling very, 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 very good. Just spamming those faces and getting money for nothing. This time around I don't even have to block to get money for nothing. It feels really good as grave. Well, this hand is actually ridiculous. Look at it. This discard. Man. Those are cards that you want to see in your hand. Exclusively cards that you want to see in your hand. I did block some, but hey, not that much. And it never stops. I'm just keeping on with the face pressure. And the many-faced god, if you might. Attacking on the ace right here, just going for the damage. This feels like a game that I can win just by dealing damage and not by necessarily building towards T-pause. So I'm doing this because my hand is really not that well suited to go into T-pot. I'm missing a piece of the combo, the normal attack chain, to go into ace power up. So really that's a colorful discard indeed. I think I defended with saying his is very colorful too, but obviously if these two characters spam faces, grave wins, because like his aces or his faces win against most of Rook's faces. So yeah, but obviously I played more faces than he did. Look at this. I think I have 1 not face card in this card. Yeah, that's ridiculous. It feels good to get rid of this 5, and feels good to just draw some cards. I represented that I was willing not to play what I revealed in the first game, so I thought I could take advantage of that right here, and it worked out for me. Yeah, I remember that. I just said that I didn't play the right 6, but then the game told me to play the right 6, and I was like, shit, I should probably play the other 6. And thanks, game. That's really kind. Eating 14 right here isn't too big a deal as long as I'm not under 50. I'm really not scared of Rook's combo, so whatever, I'm not even gonna bother throwing him just to represent and to catch out some of his special blocks. Really good stuff right here, and I'm just gonna let him reveal that, because in this situation, if it is a joker, then the joker would be a way out. So I'm playing around the worst case scenario where this is a joker and he gets 2 cards, and that's really not what I want. I'm losing an ace and he gets 2 cards is what could mount a comeback for him, so I don't want that, and I'm just playing my own game right here, minding my own business, and this is really lucky I just drew into this 5. The 5 is obviously going to complete the combo, and I'm going to draw lots of aces, and I'm going to get T-pos anyways. I didn't really plan on getting T-pos this match, but hey, I'm having it, so I might as well use it to threaten him. Always a good idea to threaten with T-pos, but not play it unless your opponent knows that you're just making empty threats. So, yeah. Getting thrown. Really good, obviously. Gonna make him face down another time, and, well, I can't be bothered to play around that. HLPA, PL is the right move in this time. In this case. Ah, God, English. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit tired because I have to re-record this because my stupid voice was way too silent, way too quiet in the first attempt. And so, yeah, I'm not really that energetic as in the first run. I'm very sorry for that. But I think, like, this is just to get my thoughts out there, so it's fine. Yeah, going back. Looking at second character of Pickles. It's his main, but it's also a really good matchup for him. I don't mind, I completely understand him to switch characters into his main right here, because if he's gonna mount a comeback, it's gonna be on a character he's good with, so you might as well stick with the guns you know. I would have done the same thing. If things go badly, go to your main. If you can't win a favorite matchup, go to your main. And it's not even a favorite matchup right there, but never mind. He doesn't want to be locked into playing 3 games as a character that he's not as familiar with as possible. So I completely understand that decision, and I think it's the right one. Yeah, starting this would be a good idea, so I stop rambling. Obviously this time Jack is the king of this matchup, because it stops BBB both from going to range and from drawing cards with blocks. So I'm expecting a lot of hate at this card. I'm expecting him to maybe even risk dodging or to play a raw ace or a raw AA, so I'm really scared of playing it the second time, but you gotta represent. You gotta represent that you're willing to play it a second time, so I'm doing it. And I'm switching into blocking right now because I'm expecting his AA to come out or his ace to come out to just deal with this card. Otherwise, I'm also expecting a dodge, and I think, yeah, I can play around all 3 of these just by playing a block, and what happens is I get punished for being a scared player. But never mind. It's fine, I get to reveal a card, I get to reveal a dodge. More specifically, that's a really good reveal against BBB, because the only thing he can do to deal with your dodges is throw you with his king. And if you're getting thrown with the king, you're not getting down 13 damage, but just 8. And that's kind of not good also, but hey. Revealing a block, however, oh, this made me feel so smart. But really, it was just the idea. I read in a forum somewhere that he was afraid to play raw queen. And so I was like, yeah, if you're not gonna play that, I'm gonna block. And yeah, it turned out to be the jackpot right here. Ended the range right away. Great. I remember seeing his hand in his video and was really shocked at the amount of dodges that he had. I was really not expecting him to have 0 dodges for the majority of this game. It kind of was like, where are your dodges all the time? But I thought he would like save them, and it kind of ends up being the same thing. If you feel like your opponent is saving something, or you feel like he doesn't have it, it's going to result in you not playing around it. So that was good for me. Yeah, I've got the makings of a really long straight in hand, so I'm kind of building towards teapots without having one single ace in hand, but hey, it's fine. Going to range again, that sucks, but I think I'm gonna trade in some cards and just play an ace raw here, because raw ace is really hard to deal with a BBB that isn't willing to or doesn't have any dodges. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna play into the option he doesn't represent, or he didn't represent, and yeah, that's a good play, in my opinion. Even though he knows that I just powered up for it, it's still a good play, because sometimes you don't do it. And I also have the Joker, but I won't play it right there. The damage at range isn't that threatening, and yeah, I'm getting rid of range. At the cost of an ace, that's kind of a high cost, but then again, it's range, you gotta end it, and really any cost is fine for ending range. Drawing a second jack, it's not that important at this stage of the game anymore, but it's still nice to have. Trying to dodge AA right here. A lot of BBBs play AA when they come out of range, but I forgot that he didn't stay at range for that long, so he probably doesn't even have AA, or he might not have AA. Let's take a look. Nope, doesn't. So yeah, I was really too afraid of an option that was not even real. Playing a second ace here, just because it worked before. And there he actually represents the queen. I was kind of surprised by that, but then again I was not really surprised by that. It's a good option for BBB, and especially if you're knocked down. No, I wasn't surprised. I was knocked down. What am I talking about? I guess I don't even know what I was anymore. But I think I wouldn't be surprised by a queen on range if I am knocked down. That seems like a really solid play. And playing an ace is really good against that, because it also doesn't lose to his normals, which are obviously great. I'm really too afraid of AA right here. This could have been a punish, but it wasn't. It was kind of a punish because I lost the dodge and he didn't lose a card, but then again he is at 13 cards. More cards are not going to really better his situation, so I thought, but he really suffered for dodges in this match. He didn't draw a single one. So, yeah, sadness. I'm facing down right here because I'm afraid of 15 damage for free. So, yeah. But I'm not that afraid of 15 damage for free. I would risk losing a Joker for nothing, so. In this case, I'm kind of aware that he might have another 9, but I'm making him spend 2 9s for his overdrive, because that's one less overdrive. Overdrive is really good to checkmate opponents in the end game, so I want to get rid of them as soon as possible. I'm blocking right here because really the only option that is scary to you is normal throw if you are blocking right there. Unless you're knocked down, then it's a little bit more risky, which I was. It's a little bit more risky because you can also get normal attacked into queen ++, and that hurts. Still, it's the safe play, and I'm a safe player. Most of the time I'm a safe player, and so I'm going with what I think is safe in this situation. Shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. And this time I'm finally getting rewarded for playing around AA for so long. I really played around AA for a long time right here, and here I'm cashing in. Also, I didn't really follow up with the option that I revealed enough in the past, I felt, so I did it right here again. I kind of autopiloted that throw. That's a move that you would always do with Persephone, but sometimes I think even it's better to not follow that up, especially if you have a hand that is this aggressive. Like, I don't have many throws, I don't have many blocks, so it's kind of a bummer to lose a throw against, well, basically nothing. If you let it slip, you just get rid of a card in your opponent's hand, makes him go lower hand than you are. We should have considered that, but I didn't. Still, game's looking really solid for me. I'm connecting this normal attack, which makes me combo into a long straight and getting my aces ready, getting my game pretty much sealed up. If that wouldn't be a joker, which it isn't, then I'm in really good shape, because now T-Boss is lethal, and I can safely trade in all the faces I got for aces. All the kings I got, I should say. Jacks are still really strong, and also I want some face cards to hedge against overdrive if I happen to draw into another 10. So, yeah, really, I want to get rid of most of the stuff that isn't like AAA at this point, because it's going to be enough to win the game. At some point you're going to connect a normal, and then you're going to combo into it, and then you're going to be happy. And if you don't connect a normal, you can still dodge into it, or you can just play draw. This was stupid by me, because, well, this might not have been stupid yet, but this joker was the thing that is stupid. I'm referring to the jack right there. That wasn't necessarily stupid, but the joker, I feel, was. In hindsight, really the scariest thing that could have happened right here is you take 21 damage, which is not that much actually in my life total, so I should have considered just facing down a fake, because I could just spam T-Pos and then draw back into T-Pos with ace, with the joker. But then again, it kind of worked, sort of, in this case, so yeah. I think he expected me to not be that stupid, which is why he didn't follow it up with a knockdown. And yeah, this is stupid right here, because I saw his hand, and I saw that it's really not scary at range, so I should have just blocked and been like, yeah, go ahead, go at range. You have nothing right there. You can play raw aces, and that's it. And I can play raw aces too, and then you just lose an ace and you're out of range again. But I choose to take this 21 damage. Over 2 misplays, I just choose to take 21 damage for free. No, not necessarily free, but I waste Joker earlier, and I didn't really waste the Joker, because I would have used it to deny AA anyways, but still, it kind of sucks, and drawing this Joker is kind of the final nail in the coffin. I know that he has another Joker in hand, so I'm just letting this slip by. Again, it's the same rule as against Rook. If he doesn't reveal a Joker right there, then it's still fine because he goes low hand, and if he does reveal a Joker, it's even better for me because I lost a Joker for free. And yeah, I really, really don't believe in HLPL at this point. It's just not, it just doesn't feel right to stop playing Yomi just because your opponent is low life. And I know that this 3 is safe because I looked into his hand and saw that he has nothing in hand that is kind of just faster than a 3, so I can just play it, and if he blocks, then he blocks. But yeah, getting the connection means that I win the game. And yeah, that was my game against Pickles. I think I played this rather well. I did a lot of preparation, so yeah, this is kind of sounding like I'm patting myself on the back, and I kind of am, but really I felt very, very safe in this matchup. And I felt kind of safe against Rook too, even though I was behind in life. So I think I have reason to believe that I played this rather okay. And also I'm getting a lot of pats on the back by the spectators and by Pickles. Thanks everybody, it was a pleasure. And I think Pickles played really well too. It was overall 3 really fun games, and I'm glad to have been a part of this. Thank you so much for uploading your video. It kind of feels unreal to be on someone else's YouTube channel, so I took the time to make this video answer just to honor your efforts of recording this. And yeah, thank you again so much. Have a nice day.